Near a dense and lush green forest, there was a large town. For miles, vast sugarcane fields swayed gently with the wind. In the middle of those fields stood a large and busy sugarcane factory. In this factory worked a hardworking, brave, and responsible panda named Babloo. He had a simple nature but strong determination. Every day he woke up before dawn, took a deep breath in the cool air, thanked Allah, and prepared himself for a full day of hard work. As the first light of the sun spread across the eastern sky, he adjusted his clothes, wore his shoes, and headed toward the factory. On the way, he would see farmers busy cutting sugarcane. He would stop to greet them and encourage them, saying that this year's crop was good and their hard work would pay off. Upon reaching the factory, he first marked his attendance. Then he inspected the tractors, trolleys, and loading machines standing in the yard. Sometimes he would start a tractor himself, attach a trolley, and transport the loaded sugarcane from the fields to the factory. He stayed alert at every turn to make sure no sugarcane fell and no one was harmed. At the factory gate, there was a weighing bridge where every trolley was weighed. Babloo supervised the weighing process and ensured that all records were written clearly and fairly, so that no farmer was treated unjustly. Once inside, workers placed the sugarcane onto a conveyor belt that carried it toward massive, heavy rollers. These rollers rotated powerfully, crushing the sugarcane to extract its sweet juice. The juice collected in large tanks below, while the remaining fiber was separated. Babloo often stayed in this section. From the sound of the machines alone, he could tell whether the speed was correct. If any sugarcane got stuck, he would immediately stop the machine, check the safety lever, and remove the blockage. Because of his caution, no major accident ever occurred. When the juice filled the large tanks, it pipes into huge boiling pans heated by strong boilers underneath. Babloo kept track of the fuel supply, sometimes checking firewood, sometimes supervising the use of pressed fiber blocks as fuel. Gradually, the juice heated up and formed foam. Workers removed the foam while the juice thickened. Babloo stirred the thick syrup with a long ladle to prevent it from sticking and to ensure even cooking. When the syrup reached the right thickness, it was poured into molds. After some time, golden and fragrant jaggery was ready, spreading sweetness throughout the hall. People said the jaggery from this factory had a special taste because it was made with sincerity. The leftover sugarcane fiber was collected in a large section. Babloo supervised this too. Using a press machine, strong fuel blocks were made from it. These were used as fuel and some were sold. Nothing was wasted in the factory, and Babloo appreciated this system because he disliked wastefulness. Over time, he learned details of the machinery. Once, an important roller belt suddenly broke, and the entire process stopped. The workers became worried, but Babloo did not lose hope. He immediately arranged for a new belt from the store, worked with the mechanic to fix it, and within a few hours, the factory was running again. Seeing his dedication, the owner promoted him to supervisor. However, his attitude did not change. He continued working alongside the workers as before. During winter, when harvesting was at its peak, the factory operated 24 hours a day. Sometimes Babloo managed the night shift, where the sound of steam whistles echoed in the dark. He would remind everyone that tiredness is temporary, but the result of hard work lasts long. Once, heavy rain flooded the yard. He quickly had the drains cleared, moved the sacks to higher ground, and saved the warehouse. On another occasion, when the electricity went out, he arranged to start the generator, added fuel, and restored. Farmers trusted his honesty because he never allowed unfairness in weighing. He also taught new workers safety rules. Never wear loose clothes near machines, keep hands at a safe distance, and work in an organized manner. The factory also had a packaging section, where prepared jaggery was broken into smaller blocks, packed into bags, sealed, and loaded onto trucks. Babloo often supervised the loading himself. Once, while transporting goods to the city, a truck broke down at night. Without panic, he worked with the driver to find the issue. A nut had loosened. They tightened it and continued the journey, reaching the market on time in the morning. People admired his sense of responsibility. He often thought that the journey of sugarcane was like human life. First cutting, then pressure, then heat, and finally sweetness. With patience, the ending when the harvest season ended and the factory temporarily closed, he did not rest. Instead, he focused on maintenance, cleaning machines, oiling parts, servicing the boiler, and preparing for the next season. This habit became the secret of the factory's success. In the evening, when he returned home, despite his tiredness, his face showed satisfaction. He knew that through his hard work, farmers received fairness, workers earned their livelihood, and pure, sweet jaggery reached the market. He ate simple food, reflected on the day's events, gave thanks, planned for the next day, and went to sleep. Thus, Babloo proved that honor comes from hard work, honesty, and service. And even today, he continues working in the sugarcane factory with the same dedication, sweetening life with the sweetness. A new idea came into his heart. He began to think that sugarcane could be used for much more than just juice and jaggery. If we work with wisdom and hard work, even waste can become valuable. With this thought in mind, he decided to set up a small workshop where new products could be made from leftover sugarcane fiber and wood. He cleared an empty space near the factory, fixed wooden pillars into the ground, added a roof, and built a simple yet strong workshop. In the beginning, he had only a few basic machines: a press machine, a cutting machine, and a simple drying room. He collected the leftover sugarcane fiber, washed it thoroughly, and dried it in the sunlight. Once the fiber was completely dry, he ground it into soft pulp. He mixed natural glue into the pulp and placed it into the press machine to create thick boards. These boards later took the shape of cardboard. He cut the cardboard into boxes that could be used to pack jaggery and other items. In this way, plastic with natural and eco-friendly cardboard. People began to admire his hard work and innovative thinking. Babloo did not stop at making cardboard. He also produced strong fuel sheets from sugarcane fiber. He compressed the fiber into brick-shaped blocks that were used as fuel. These blocks burned for a long time and produced less smoke. Gradually, his workshop became well known. Farmers started bringing their leftover fiber to him because they knew nothing would go to waste there. Babloo turned everything into something useful. After some time, he added a separate woodcraft section to his workshop. He placed a saw and a planer there, and with the help of local craftsmen, began making wooden toys. He made small cars, horses, swings, wooden trains, and animal-shaped toys. He painted them with natural colors so they would not harm children's health. His handmade wooden flute became especially famous for its soft and melodious sound. Whenever children came near his workshop with wisdom and hard work, nature's blessings can be protected from being wasted. In the evening, when the sun set, Babloo would stand at the door of his workshop and look at the day's work. He felt proud that he had given new life to the leftover sugarcane fiber after the juice was extracted, made cardboard, prepared fuel blocks, and created beautiful wooden toys that brought smiles to children's faces. In this way, Babloo's workshop became not just a source of income, but an example of how hard work, creativity, and simplicity can make the world a
belt yet. Now, to find it a good home. Almost quitting time. Cheers to that.
I'll drink to that. It's been a long one.
You said it. See you tomorrow.
You too.
All right, team, this is Babu's industrial plan.
Wow, what a plan! We're in! Let's get started!
Great, let's begin. Ethics, hard work, and discipline. Remember these virtues, my young friends.
Yes, teacher, we will.